Hello and welcome. Today I am very excited to announce a new book event. This event is created by Vin over at Revenant Reads. Be sure to go check out his channel for his video as well. The event is called Ghosts of Christmas Past, Resurrecting a Tradition. It's based on the old Victorian tradition of telling ghost stories during the holiday season. The stories could be spooky or funny, so there are different options of the types of stories you'd like to read for this. The event will be running through December, and there are 3 different ways to participate. The first is to read The Old Nurse's Story. This is by Elizabeth Gaskell, and we will be doing a group read. There will be a Voxer group for discussion about the book. If you're interested in joining that, along with myself and the other co-hosts, then head over to Vin's channel for details on how to be a part of that. The Old Nurse's Story is a very short read. My copy is 76 pages. So if you're looking for a quick read, then The Old Nurse's Story may be how you choose to participate. Option number 2 is to read other Victorian ghost stories. I have a collection of Edwardian and Victorian stories. I've read this collection before, but there are a few stories that I may read again over December to be part of this event. Option number 3 is to read more modern ghost stories. I have a list of possibilities, and I may not read these books front to back. I may decide to just select a few of the stories, but here are some options to give you ideas. The first one, and this one I may end up finishing, I did just start it a little while ago. This is Haunted Christmas Ghost Stories. This is by Joanne Christensen. I just read her collection of Halloween stories, so I'm looking forward to see where she goes with the Christmas season. Another book that I plan to revisit, and the next 3 books are all by the same author. The first is Ontario Fireside Ghost Stories. This is by Barbara Smith. Ontario Ghost Stories. This is also by Barbara Smith. And Ghost Stories of California, again by Barbara Smith. I may actually end up getting into this one instead of the other 2 Ontario Ghost Story books. I've read both of them before, and there are some excellent stories in there. But as I've mentioned in my book haul video when I was talking about different ghost story books that I'd found, for me it isn't just the ghost story, it's learning about an area and the history as well. And because I haven't read this particular book yet, this may be the one that I really get into during December. Another book that I plan on starting in December, not sure if I'll end up finishing it or not, is Where the Ghosts Are, The Ultimate Guide to Haunted Houses. This is by Hans Holzer. He was a parapsychologist. So on the back it says, in these pages, Professor Hans Holzer documents more than 50 locations where he has personally investigated ghosts, often with the assistance of a psychic, complete with photos and details about each spectral phenomena, as well as the stories of the ghosts themselves. This book tells who they were and why they're found in each location. The who they were part really caught my attention because sometimes that tends to get lost, and the ghost stories, some of course are made up to scare or make you laugh or teach a lesson, but other stories are based on real people, their lives and the events, and I believe it's important to share those stories and keep their memories alive. Now, as far as Professor Hans Holzer himself, there's a bit of a write-up at the back. He had written 118 books. I can't even imagine. But I do know that he covered a wide range of topics. I have 2 of his other massive collections. I notice here it mentions he was on In Search Of. I love that show. And for 8 years, he taught parapsychology at the New York Institute of Technology. I think that's amazing. I knew there were. I actually have a parapsychology certificate. I took a course through one of the home study schools available. I really enjoyed it. So, yes, this type of a reading event definitely has my attention and is right up my alley. Hans Holzer was born in 1920. He was born in Austria, went to the United States, where he lived for the remainder of his life, and he passed away in 2009 at the age of 89. He would have been an amazing individual to have a conversation with. If books aren't your thing or reading collections, 2 other things that I will be looking into for this event are my magazines. This one is by Life, The World's Most Haunted Places, Creepy, Ghostly, and Notorious Spots. This is from 2022. They have amazing photos. The stories are short, but they do tie in with a number of the other books that I have on the subject. And of course, because stories are fun as well, we may as well have some eye candy from Supernatural. A number of the episodes certainly had to do with ghosts as well. The one that keeps coming up, I believe, is named Hal House. It's where the ghost facers come in, and it talks about there's a ghost, but it keeps changing based on a website and what they've uploaded and people's impressions about that. So, eye candy for the holiday season isn't just for Halloween. I am very much looking forward to these ghostly reads in December. Vin, thank you so much for creating this, because it means, well, I've been reading ghost stories now since August, because we had Summerween. The theme on my own channel, October, November, involves ghosts as well as cryptids and other things that go bump in the night. And now I get to continue with the ghosts into December. My co-hosts for this event are Mark from Book Time with Elvis, Dave and Olive, Book Blather, Debs from Rainer's Reads, and Mindy from Mindy's Book Journey. It'll be interesting to see what Olive decides to read this holiday season. As we all know, she has a certain type of book she enjoys, particularly during Garb August, when she selects her own books and fills up her little iPad. She's such a little scamp. Do you have certain traditions that you do over December? Let me know in the comments down below if you're going to be participating. Be sure to check out Vin's channel along with my fellow co-hosts, as we'll all have different books that we'll be reading, so you'll have plenty of ideas. Maybe there are some books that you're looking forward to rereading this holiday season and having a good scare, as well as some holiday cheer. Until next time, remember, not all spirits look like mist or fog. Take good care.